we are. Welcome to the Miracles Happen Fertility Podcast 100th episode celebration. Woohoo! I want to jump up and down, but I'm sitting on a couch that I ask my kids not to jump up and down on. Welcome, you guys. I am so happy to see you here. I am doing this live because we had so much fun last November when I did my book launch. I did 2 of these Instagram lives where I did oracle readings and a mini spirit baby session. And I'm gonna wave. Hello. Thank you for the congrats. I did some oracle readings and a live mini spirit baby session. And I thought it was going to last 30 minutes. And I ended up being on here 90 before I was like, oh my God, I think I got to go. So happy to welcome you all back. For folks who are new to me and my work, you can see anything of mine at drmariarothenberger.com. Rothenberger is spelled, ready? Rothenberger. My maiden name is 5 letters long. I had to choose my husband's name. Wow. All right, so we are going to get started with some oracle readings first. Thank you for the hearts. Katie, I'm so happy to see you. And Sally, woo. Oh, Sally, I love what you said. You're in the future. It's Sunday for Sally. Welcome. So glad to see you. So, thank you. I'm so glad you liked the podcast. Actually, if you have listened to the podcast, I'd love to know some things that you have gotten out of it. Things that you remember, episodes you remember, interviews that I've done with other freaking brilliant minds. I've had some fantastic conversations. So I'm so excited to be able to share all of this beautiful content with you. You all are, mwah, I just love you. All right. I just want to have a couple of announcements first and some thank yous. So first, some announcements. If you haven't, I mentioned this it was a little whisper. Sally, the future is amazing, just so you all know. Yay. I made a little tiny hint at this on my newsletter recently. By the way, if you're not on my newsletter, head over to drmariarothenberger.com. You can get on the newsletter easily there. But I opened up an insider website with Patreon. So what I'm finding is that a lot of folks are finding, one-on-one sessions, spirit baby sessions, coaching, these kinds of things to be a little cost prohibitive. And I thought, well, why not add some additional things in there where people can get some of the extras that they'd like for a much, much smaller amount, like a fraction of the amount. So there are 3 tiers there. You can go to patreon.com. It's patreon.com/miracles happen insider. And you can get information there around the Patreon stuff there. So that's one announcement. Another really, really big thing that I decided to do, I found working with people, especially around spiritual fertility stuff, spiritual fertility and spirit baby things, I found that there are a lot of people with really great intuition and really not tapping into it like they realize they can. And so I wanted to develop a program where folks can go deeper if they'd like. So this summer, am going to launch Spirit Baby Foundations training. So that is going to be 8 weeks of group work, of one-on-one work with me to really fine-tune your own tapping into your own intuition. Because as I often say, and if you've worked with me before, you know that I say that I want to work myself out of a job. I want you guys to know that you can do this. You can absolutely do all of this. And there's Mimi, my fabulous amazing assistant. Thank you, Mimi. I sent you an email. I wasn't sure if you were going to be here or not, so thank you for being here. She's amazing. So what was I saying? Spirit Baby Foundations training. That's going to come out this summer. It's going to be one-on-one work. It's going to be group work. It is 8 weeks of pretty in-depth work around your own intuition, learning how to connect with your own spirit babies. And hey, perhaps if you feel like you can help others connect with their spirit babies too, or if you want to in the future sometime, that is an option. You guys can do this. You can do this. So if you want more information about that, you can go to drmariarothenberger.com/spiritbabytraining. And Mimi, if you can put that link to it, that would be amazing. Right now, it's just signing up for more information. I will be actually conducting brief little chats with people, about 20 or 30 minutes, to see exactly what you're looking for, hoping to get out of the Spirit Baby training, to see if it's a good fit. It's going to be a really intimate group, so very small, very safe. And I wanted to keep it really intimate so we can go really deep into your own work. Right, so that's going to be in the summertime sometime this year, 2021. Okay, what else? Oh, March, next month, I will be, I did a podcast that is exclusive to folks who are following at Chasing Creation, chasing.creation. She is someone who advocates for folks who have moved on to child-free living, and she is doing a childless summit, and that is going to be in March. So if you're not on my newsletter, you can sign up there, and I'll be sending more information out about that. I did a podcast exclusively for folks who are part of that summit. And signups are now. So actually you can even head over to @chasing.creation on Instagram and get more information there too. She is fabulous. Okay. I wanted to also send a big thank you to my mentor, and I'm doing some more waves. Thank you. Hi guys. My mentor is Kelly Meehan, and her handle here on Instagram is @spiritbabymedium. She is the person that I called when I said, I realized that my ability to connect with the other side can be quite healing for people, and I want to get some official training. For those of you who don't know or didn't hear the particular podcast, my coming out podcast, which was July last year, 2020, I connected with spirit babies who had passed on from a client that I was doing therapy with. Now, spirit baby work is not therapy. So I can't call it therapy. In fact, I think on my website, I need to have it like for entertainment purposes only or something. But the fact is, I was connecting with her twins that she had lost in utero, and I had no idea what the frig was going on. And that whole story is on that Coming Out podcast if you want to hear the whole thing. But whoa, I realized that was like 8 years ago now, maybe 9 years ago now. And I ignored it. No, that's not happening. No, I'm not hearing. No, I'm not seeing. Until I realized after I disclosed this information to her, she had a very healing experience. It helped her move through grief so much better. Hi guys, so good to see you. Welcome. So, I wanted to thank Spirit Baby Medium, Kelly Meehan. She has a beautiful podcast too. In fact, I was on her podcast, I don't remember when that was, end of last year sometime, talking about past life stuff. So that's another thing that comes up quite a bit with Spirit Baby work. But this is the celebration of the 100th episode of the Miracles Happen Fertility podcast. The podcast has so much information in it. If you don't know, I am a therapist by trade, mental health therapist. So I talk a lot about very grounded sciencey things, about mental health, about emotional stability, about handling the fertility journey with relative ease and grace. And I talk about a lot of spiritual stuff too, right? So especially beginning last year in July, I really have been going deep into the spiritual stuff. So 14 weeks, 5 days pregnant. Oh my gosh. You are so welcome. Congratulations. Healthy underscore STFF. So happy to have been a small part of that journey for you. Hello. Thank you for the shout out. You're so welcome. So the podcast is full of information. Quiet the Desperation, definitely that's actually the first chapter in the Transcending Infertility book. Oh, I have some book giveaways today. I didn't mention that in my newsletter anywhere. So if you're here, yay! Book giveaways today and a couple other ones. I thanked earlier Kelly Meehan. She has a beautiful Spirit Baby journal. And I know on Instagram Live these turn out, I think they're backwards, right? They come out backwards for you. Sacred Communication, a Spirit Baby journal. I'm giving this away today too. Really good stuff. Communicating with your own babies, because you absolutely can. And in fact, some of the questions that I'll be answering today are around that, okay? After I finish with these little announcements, we'll get into answering questions that came in, Q&A that came in ahead of time. I will answer your questions live. So if you have a question for me today, if you make a comment, if you can start it out with caps question, because that flags me to take a look at it because you have some questions. As we get going, it's hard for me to keep up with all the comments. So, all right, this is another book I'm giving away, Conceiving with Love. If you didn't hear the podcast episode with Denise Wiesner, she is, first of all, hilarious. But I love the way that she writes Conceiving with Love. This is all about, okay, let's be honest. When you are trying to conceive, how is sex? People say, oh, just have fun trying. Hello, Dr. Miranda. It doesn't quite work that way, does it? So, Conceiving with Love is all about reconnecting. Oh my gosh, so much other stuff too. She's an acupuncturist. There's a lot of medical stuff in here too. But she talks a lot about this reconnection and this need to reconnect the couple during the fertility process, because, dude, it's really hard. Oh, thanks, J.A. Merrill. I'm glad you like her book. Yes, a chore. It absolutely is a chore when you're going through the fertility process. Oh, it's time. Let's do this very non-sexy thing that's supposed to be sexy. Blah. Okay, Denise's book is really helpful in reconnecting and finding that hot thing again. It's very good. And you can go back to the Miracles Happen Fertility podcast and listen to that episode too. If I had the episode number, I didn't have any forethought to think of that. I could find it for you, but you can just go to my website and search for Denise Wiesner. It's Wiesner. And she is actually on Instagram as well. I want to say she is at Denise Wiesner on Instagram. But you can just search her name and find her there. All right, so those are some book giveaways for today. And I'm giving away 2 of Transcending Infertility. So what I would like, because I'm going to be doing the drawing after the live, if you can, leave a comment if you would like to enter the drawing and state which book you're interested in getting a hold of. And I can absolutely add you to a specific list. I find that it kind of helps fine tune who wants what, right? So again, here's this Sacred Communication Spirit Baby Journal. If you would like that one, to enter for that one, make a comment below that's the one you would like to enter for. Conceiving with Love, if you would like to enter for that. And I'm giving away 2 of Transcending Infertility. If you would like to enter for that, leave a comment below. Nanners, you're absolutely welcome to get on that list to get Transcending Infertility. Okay, let's get this party started. All right, let's see. I'm going to go to my email here because I got some burning questions from folks ahead of time here. Oh my gosh, while I'm looking this up, I have a funny story for you. So, FYI, I don't keep social media on my phone. I find that it's quite distracting, and the mindless scroll is like, it's no bueno for like time management. And I also find that it screws up with my intuition a little bit. So I just delete it from my phone. Well, about 15, well, no, maybe 20 minutes ago now. So like 5 minutes before live, I'm like, oh shit, I guess I need to download Instagram. And then I realized I freaking forgot the password. So, scrambling to, figure out how to get on Instagram, but I'm here. Yay. I made it. Figured it out. Okay. Let's get to these questions. I got an email from, I will say just first names only. I'll say Elena. And I do not have your Instagram handle, so I don't know if you're actually here, but if you are here, Elena, you wrote, I would like to get more inspiration for finding your intuition and asking for signs from your baby. I want to know the best way to start connecting with your spirit baby. I've listened to all the podcasts, but I still love hearing practical tips. Okay, beautiful question. So oh gosh, yes, I also need to add for mini spirit baby session. Mimi, if you would be willing to add Elena to the mini spirit baby session drawing that's going to happen live, probably toward the end of this session today, that would be great. It's spelled Alayna. Also, for those of you who are interested in having a mini spirit baby session live toward the end of today's live session, please comment. Oh, there's my hubby. Ted Roth 317, for those who don't know, that's my man. Hi, babe. He and my oldest are out dirt bike riding today. I guess he's getting service. All right, so yes, if you would like to enter for a mini spirit baby session that's happening live during this session, please comment and Mimi will add you to that list. Thank you in advance, Mimi. All right, so Elena asked this question about accessing your intuition and asking for signs from baby and how do you get started? Okay, really, I love this question. Here's why. Because one, spirit babies are so communicative and we don't pay enough attention, you know? So I love this. And I just worked with a client earlier this week that she was like, her baby was like, I know what I'm going to do for you. I'm going to send you numbers. And she was like, oh, good. That's what I need. I need actual physical. P.S. She works with numbers all day long, which was hilarious. So she appreciated this very concrete, I'm going to send you numbers. So the very first thing that you can do to get a sign from your spirit baby is freaking ask. Ask. Now, I should say, every spirit, just like every body, every person here in a body has a different personality. Spirit babies have different personalities as well. So I've run into many spirit babies who are quite shy and reticent to communicate. They don't know. I've had a spirit baby who wanted to make a person's toy. They have a child at home already. The baby wanted to make a toy, make a sound, and the baby was concerned that it was going to scare them. She didn't want to do that. So when we got clearance that it was okay to do that and mom wouldn't be scared, then that's what happened. So first thing to do is ask. Ask your spirit baby for a specific sign. Now, what you want to do, because spirit babies communicate in different ways, is really begin to pay attention to your senses. Now, I am a clairvoyant, so I see things, I see images, I see movies, I'm seeing things all the time in my mind's eye. You might have a different clair, we like to call it, C-L-A-I-R. So I'm clairvoyant, others are clairaudient, it means they hear things. You might hear music. Oh, spirit baby medium's here, Kelly. Hi, Kelly. I just sent a shout out to you earlier, thanking you so much for the work that you helped me create. And I'm giving away your journal today. Oh, so much love to you. So, what was I saying? Oh, you want to pay attention to your particular senses. And one thing that Kelly taught me is that I wasn't paying enough attention to my body sensations. I realized that, babies communicate a lot with body sensations. So now I'm tuning into, hi Deb, tuning into chills in my body or temperature changes, or sometimes it's really deep emotion, like this just swelling of love in the heart chakra especially. So really pay attention. And I heard this recently. This was really cool. In fact, I put it on a podcast. The person said, getting my hair due, but will stay as long as I can. Thanks for tuning in while you're getting your hair done. I heard this recently as a really cool idea. I said this on the podcast recently, where if you, let's say you were to go to a movie, right? And you leave the movie theater. Fortunately, COVID is like, I hope, on its way out. In fact, in my area, it's finally heading out and we'll be in movie theaters again soon. But let's just say you've finished watching a movie in a theater and somebody asks you, goosebumps for you. Yes, Nenners, yes, that absolutely happens. So somebody asks you, hey, what was the movie like? Tell me about it. And if you are someone who notices scenes like the special effects, you notice the visuals in the movie, you might want to tap into your clairvoyance, like seeing the images. If you are someone that's more interested in the music score, or you're listening to the voices that are in the movie and different sounds of the movie, you might want to pay attention to your clairaudience, and so on and so on. So it's a really cool, just a little beginning way to get a sense of what would be a clair that I can focus on. And I, as I mentioned, I'm a clairvoyant, so I paid much more attention to scenery and images and colors and things like this. And now with working with Kelly, I'm able to tap into these other aspects of these other clairs. So sometimes I will hear things, I'll hear music, I rarely get names, as people know who work with me. Sometimes it's like, pow, here's a name. But I'll hear things. Recently I worked with a client where the baby was very much into violin music, and I just kept hearing violin music. So, and then there's, feeling on the skin or tactile sensations, and then there's emotions. So really pay attention to what you tune into most, and then ask Spirit Baby to communicate with you in that way. The hardest part is the trust part. And that is absolutely for me too. If you listen to my podcast, you'll know I'm very grounded in like sciencey evidential things. And then I'm also in this right brain spiritual realm. So when I get information, and this is why I really wanted to work with Kelly more, is because I needed that validation. It's like, is this real? Nah, come on. But then it ends up being validated, which is sometimes really crazy still. So, so once you begin to at least dip your toe into this accessing your intuition and asking baby for communication, then the hard part becomes trusting that it's actually communication. So look for it. Continue to look for it over and over. Okay. Yes, trusting what you're feeling is very hard. All right. So Elena, that was for you. And it was a very long-winded answer to your question, but I hope that was helpful. Okay. Next question that came in ahead of time. We have another entry, Mimi, for Spirit Baby session from Tatiana. That's Tatiana. So if you can add her to the list, that'd be great. Okay, so Janet has also added in a request for a mini Spirit Baby session, Janet. Oh, I see you also on here, Janet. I see your comment too, but you emailed me as well. Okay, so another entry, Louise, for a mini Spirit Baby session. Jamie has also entered for a mini Spirit Baby session, Jamie. Oh my gosh, I'm throwing all these names at you, Mimi. I hope you're able to keep up. Jamie also asks a question. A question I have is, how do spirit babies show up? What signs do we look for? And what if you were to have a spirit baby session and no baby shows up? Whoa, that is a big question, right? And it's actually kind of a big fear that a lot of people have, right? So, first, I answered some of these questions already. How do spirit babies show up? What signs do we look for? Every spirit baby communicates differently. I actually, because the left brain and our beta brainwave state gets in the way a lot of the time during our waking life, I actually also recommend starting with your dreams. If you dream and you remember your dreams, please write them down. Hey, Jamie, please write them down. So begin by doing that, because when you are in that sleep state, and especially when you begin to notice where you are in that theta brainwave state, that's that state of being where you are just waking up, but you could also just easily fall back asleep. Pay attention to things that happen at that time. Noises, images that come to you, smells, sounds, anything that comes to you, physical sensations, anything that comes to you in that state, pay attention and write it down. But begin by writing your dreams down. I really think that's very, very helpful. You'll start getting some patterns or some messages in there. How do spirit babies show up? Shoot, all freaking kinds of ways. All kinds of ways. Some spirit babies are hilarious. Okay, I just ran into one yesterday or the day before, a couple days ago, that was a prankster. Maria's the real deal. Aw, love you, Kelly. He was a prankster. So like his mom was very into cooking in the kitchen and things. And he would talk about Linda. This is my sister's partner, Linda. Hello. So he would talk about moving things, like not in front of her eyes, but like, I know that I just put the butter there. Where did it go? It would be like that. She's like, oh my God, that's what's happening. Some spirit babies are so funny like that. They're pranksters. Others are quite subtle, and they might feel quite timid. Just again, like babies are humans that are in a body. You know, these are humans without bodies. These are humans, just like humans with bodies. We have different personalities and different things that we like to do in our world, right? So what you'll need to do really is to tap into your own intuition, get really quiet, practice a quieting behavior, like lighting a candle maybe, being in a quiet space. I actually recommend some sensory deprivation, like sit in your closet. Like that's great sensory deprivation. And get very quiet, get into a meditative state, and be open for any information that comes in. Ask Spirit Baby to come. Spirit Baby, can you give me a cooling sensation on my skin right now? Spirit Baby, can you play a song for me? Really, when you get more familiar with your own intuition and your own clair abilities, then you'll be able to tune into that a little more. But you can directly ask Spirit Baby to send you information. Okay, to answer the question, and I'm being long-winded, and I want to get to these oracle readings. If you have a Spirit Baby session and no Spirit Baby shows up. Okay, so I haven't had that exact experience yet, but I will say that there have been times where, hey Ella, or Elle, there have been times, I just want to read this comment really quick, but if you can say so, maybe. Oh, how very amazing. Oh my gosh, if anybody's reading this comment from Francisca, this is beautiful. Yes, birds. Nature is a big thing for spirit babies. Okay, so I have had sessions where babies have been extremely timid to come forward. And I work with my own, I have a spirit baby on the other side who has wanted to come through and I don't want more children. So she and I have a different relationship. She's a guide for me now on the other side. And so I asked her, Raven, her is her name. I asked Raven to help the spirit baby come through, if there is one. Now, usually there is a spirit baby for every intended parent. Usually there is. Sometimes they will not show up until you call them in. So I ask in a session, I ask Raven to help me call in a spirit baby. But you can, if you haven't picked up this book yet, Spirit Babies by Walter McKitchen, he has some beautiful exercises in here for calling in your spirit baby. And he actually talks about this too, when parents don't have a spirit baby that shows up in there. He sees them a certain way in folks' auras. But he has different practices for how to call in your spirit baby. So what I would do in a spirit baby session, if no baby is readily there, is to work with you directly to call in your spirit baby. And there are myriad of souls. They're just countless souls that are ready and looking for intended parents. And you absolutely can work on calling them in. I get that it's a total fear of not having a baby show up. There are ways. Quiet the fear, or notice the fear. This is what I talk about with coaching clients all the time. Notice the fear. Thank you, brain, for trying to keep me safe. I appreciate you. I've been through hell in my life. Of course I'm going to be fearful. Of course my brain is going to send out some stress hormones for this. I honor you right now by acknowledging your presence. Can you take a break? Because I'm going to play and have some fun right now, and I'll call you when I need you. That's what you do with fear. So we're not trying to be like positive all the time. Have a positive vibe. Nope. You honor fear by acknowledging it and just asking it to take a break. Because friggin' A, this fertility stuff, it's traumatic. Of course you're going to have trauma brain. Hi, Jiffy Pop. Of course you're going to have fear thoughts and wondering about all the crazy stuff, right? So honor the fear and ask it to take a break, because you're just going to play. You're just going to play for now. That's what I like to do, play. Speaking of which, we're going to move on to play in just a second. Hope that answers your question, Jamie. We have another entry for a mini spirit baby session with Claire, Mimi, C-L-A-I-R-E, Claire. Okay. Irene. Okay, this is a rather long email that I did want to talk about with you guys, because Irene is looking for folks who might also connect with her and, vibe with her story, or maybe have a similar story and want to connect with her. Let me see. One surprise after another. You told me my spirit baby might communicate through pink light. Had no idea what that might mean, but then I started seeing the most striking bright pink sunsets a few weeks later. Right? It's amazing. It's amazing when this stuff starts happening. One spirit baby. By the way, when I do spirit baby sessions, I also invite other benign entities to come through. And I had a grandmother come through who told me that I needed to eat sopes. I didn't know what sopes were, but this is a Mexican dish. And she showed me a picture of a restaurant in my area that has sopes. So now I need to go get sopes. I'll probably post that on Instagram when I do that. Okay, so this is from Irene. She's about to be 42. She has one child, 5 years old, conceived with little issues, so she's dealing with secondary infertility. It was so hard to get my husband to even agree to try for number 2. He's extremely concerned about climate change and has these other ideas around protecting the planet. He finally came around to putting his moral beliefs aside and to try for me after a year of discussions, but said he wanted 0 outside assisted reproductive technology. I walked on eggshells about timing intercourse, and was living in a super remote environment where an RE was 3 hours away. Oh my goodness. Even in non-remote areas, our perfect RE can be hours away. The RE said she had a 1% chance of getting pregnant naturally. Raise your hand if you've been told that. Don't listen. It's a devastating blow, though. The RE said donor eggs were her only option. Needless to say, I was devastated. I happened to take a break from work, which allowed me more time to breathe and really put my all into this conception thing. After maybe a year of fully feeling okay going forward with all the interventions, hypnosis, etc., I decided I really want to give medicine a try. This threw my husband into major defensive mode and brought up all the planet concerns again, and all having another child would do for that. So this has left her. There's much more to this story, but this has left Irene in a state of like, what do I do? And how do I move forward with this? I'm so confused. Should I mourn? So this state of what is my next move? I wonder, I feel like almost everybody has been in that state before. What is my next move? Right? I know I have. And this is why I talk about accessing intuition quite a bit, because it won't ever steer you wrong. Now, does that mean that it's going to be the same straight road the whole way through? Blah, blah, blah? No. It can ping here, just like a river, right? It's flowing this way. Oh, another bank here, another bank there, another bank here, another bank here. Sometimes it can turn in on itself and then it heads back toward the ocean, right? So your intuition is going to steer you in different ways, seemingly opposing different ways, but it's always ultimately leading to the end goal. So, my goodness, I could talk a lot about this particular email. But I do, if you are here, Irene, please, if you're willing to identify yourself, it's completely okay. If not, but if you heard the small part of her story and can relate, you can certainly make a comment below and I can let Irene know about you and if you would like to connect with each other and have a chat. I think that would be a good thing. Okay, let's see. Who else do we have here? Sally, question for the live party. I know you're here already. Hi, you're in the future. I know you're not supposed to compare yourself to others, but can't really remember why. Can you riff on it for a bit? It's just hard sometimes when everyone around you is getting pregnant and you're not. You can't help to think, why them and not me? Wow. Yeah, I can riff on it for the rest of the time. So I'm not going to do that. But whoa, what an excellent question. Hi, Courtney. How many of you have compared yourself to other people and felt like shit afterwards? Okay, so here is the basic reason to not compare yourself to other people, especially people that you consider ahead of you, right? So if you're comparing yourself, this is terrible. But if you're comparing yourself to someone who's behind you, then it might feel a little better. But it's still this weird comparison thing. But let's focus on if you are comparing yourself to somebody who is ahead of you, so to speak, who has their baby, who has the life that you want for yourself, it feels like crap. What ends up happening when you create that energy within yourself, it does nothing to serve your fertility. It does nothing to draw spirit baby to you. So at the very basic level, there's so much more that I can say about this, especially on the spiritual level, but basic biological level, when you compare yourself to other people and you have a negative response, your brain is sending out all the chemistry that matches, I feel like shit, and you engage your sympathetic nervous system, which is fight or flight or freeze, and that does not feed your reproductive system. and your digestive system. So you might feel sick, you might feel nauseous, you might have bathroom issues, you might have some pain, you might have it, especially chronically, if this is happening chronically. Now, here's the excellent news. Our bodies, and I'm not a physician, or a nurse, I'm not in the medical field, so I should preface this with that. But our bodies are meant to handle stress, okay? So if you have a moment or a day or a few hours or whatever of comparing yourself to other people and being in woe is me mode, that is completely okay. That is completely okay. Be in a fetal position on a bed somewhere or whatever, cry, throw shit, whatever you need to do to feel all that. The point is that you want to create some recovery after that. So our bodies are meant to handle the comparison, the stressfulness of that, the feeling like crap of that, but we're also meant to recover. We are not meant to compare ourselves chronically. This fertility thing is a chronic issue, right? And so what you want to do is create some moments of peace. And that's where the play stuff comes in. And that's where the peace and the ease and the meditation and everything that I talk about on the Miracles Happen Fertility podcast comes in. So at the very basic level, just to reiterate, comparing yourself to other people who are ahead of you or who have the life that you want feels terrible, and it does nothing for your energetic body or your physical body to aid conception. So you want to create peace and ease as much as possible. Move through those hard moments and those comparison moments as fast as you can through honoring it. Don't ignore and be like, no, I have to be positive. No, I have to be positive thinking. No, even a positive mind is a turbulent mind. That is from Deepak Chopra. Thank you, Mr. Chopra, Dr. Chopra. You want to create peace and ease, neutrality. Okay, so that's at the very basic level. I could riff on that again for the rest of the episode, but I won't. All right, we're adding Katie. I think she already added herself to on the comment section here below for the giveaway. Katie, in your email to me, you said the giveaway, and I'm not sure if you mean the books or if you want a mini Spirit Baby session live here today. So perhaps you can specify in the comments if you haven't already. Hello from Adelaide, South Australia. Hello. So good to see you. You're in the future too. This is why your quiet, the desperation, meditation, and chapter in your book helped so much. Thank you. I'm so glad that it helped. Yeah, that's a very important chapter. Again, the first chapter in the book that really talks about the struggle being real, right? Nenner says it's hard to understand why it seems to happen to everyone else. Yes. I have to show you this today. This is one of the decks I'm going to be using today. It's called the Starseed Oracle. I pulled a card for myself today, and I just have to show you what came up. Again, I think it's showing backwards on Instagram, so I'll just read it for you. It's a beautiful image, right? Beautiful image. And it says, the title of the card is Wait. It's not yet time, and I love this phrase. Things are being woven. How beautiful is that? Things are being woven. You have no idea other people's level of woven, webs, whatever. You have no idea where you are in the woven process, right? You have no idea. And others have different lessons to learn. Others have different life contracts. We all have different experiences to have on this planet, right? So things are being woven. And if I pull this card for you today, I wouldn't be surprised because all of us, right? We're all waiting on some level. Okay, so I will do some oracle cards for the next, let's say the next 20 minutes. So about 5 after the hour. We will do a drawing for the mini spirit baby session. We're doing that live. So remember, you're going to be seen. Okay, you're going to be seen. So if you're okay with that, please do comment that you would like to be entered for the live mini spirit baby session right now or later for the end of this Instagram live. Okay, Toto, I had a dream. Oh, hold on. Just got goosebumps. Yes. Okay, Bruins, it's like Charlotte's Web with the word woven. Yes, Charlotte's Web. Spider has been showing up for me a lot lately. There is a deck that I brought today, the medicine cards. This is all about animals. And spider has been showing up a lot for me. I need to check out what that means. But yes, it's like Charlotte's Web. Toto, I had a dream, a spirit baby medium I don't know says there are 2 spirit babies for me and one trying to get in too. Do spirit babies communicate like that too? Oh my God, yes. Yes. Write it down. Write it down. You might notice other dreams that are like showing you things in twos, things in 2 plus 1. Spirit babies, I didn't mention this before, spirit babies often communicate in symbols. So you'll need to look up what some of these symbols mean and especially find out if the meanings resonate with you. So like I ask people to pay attention to repetitive numbers. Excuse me. And when you go to do like a Google search or good old Dr. Google, look up angel number and whatever the number is. Read through a few of what people say and find the one that really resonates with you because some of them don't, right? Some of them don't. Okay. So if you would like an oracle card reading, and I have a lot of decks here, including Kelly Meehan's Spirit Baby deck. It's so cute. You can go to her website, Soul Baby Communication, and get her Oracle deck here. Very simple, clear, concise messages from Baby. So I have that deck today. And I have a whole host of other decks too. So including one of my favorite, the Rebel deck, which is like a lot of curse words and like straightforwardness. So if you like that vibe, let me know. I'll totally pull from that deck for you. Okay, I am going to, if you've made it, I'm going to look through all the comments and see if there's anybody who would like an oracle reading because I'm going to start that now. Toto, right away, can I get a Spirit Baby oracle? Yes, I think actually this might be the first. I'm just going to scroll up really quick to make sure I haven't missed any other folks who want an oracle reading. And then if not, I will start with you, Toto. So hang on. You can also specify a deck. So a lot of people love the Spirit Baby deck, so I'm happy to just pull from that if you'd like. Okay. Okay, folks saying they want specific books. I'm getting there. Hang on. Oh, here's a question. Hang on. Gotta stop for a question. Francisca asks, is it possible to keep communicating with your baby when you are pregnant? Simple answer, yes. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. So, in fact, it's probably one of the most, it's all beautiful. It's all beautiful work. But it's probably one of the most beautiful things that I get to do with people is to support them through pregnancy, communicating with their baby. Somebody asked a question in the Spirit Baby Medium group where Kelly does her work with folks who are training with her. Somebody asked the question about spirits and or souls and when they come into a body in utero. And my experience is that souls will come in and out of a body while it's in utero and then stay there the last trimester most of the time, especially the last 2 months of a pregnancy. But yes, again, long-winded answer to your question. Absolutely. Communicating with your baby while in utero. It's a beautiful, beautiful thing. Highly recommend. Absolutely. Okay. Any other questions that have popped up? Let's see here. Oh, somebody liked my spirit baby's name, Raven. Thanks, Nunners. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Okay, scrolling down here, getting to... Yep, okay, I've caught up to Toto Bean here for Spirit Baby Oracle. Here we go. So I like to just take a few deep breaths here to invite in a lower brainwave state, and then invite Spirit Baby Realm in here. By the way, if you haven't seen the movie Soul, it's a Disney movie, Soul, I saw that and I went, holy crap, that's who I talked to. There are spirit babies in that movie. It's amazing. Okay, so taking a few deep breaths. I'm just going to be silent for that. This is how I start every spirit baby session. Okay. So just inviting in now and connecting with the spirit baby realm here, and inviting in any messages that you might have for your parents who are attending today. I know that you're with them. I know that you have communication for them. You can use any of these cards here today, or my intuition, or especially your intended parents' intuition. So you guys who are watching, pay attention to what comes through on your side too. Okay, so this card is for Toto Bean, pulling from the Spirit Baby deck here. I like to shuffle like this. Everybody's sort of style is different, and usually one will pop up like this, or it'll fall out, or I'll just have an internal sense inside, stop, and then I'll pull from the top of the deck. Right now, this one popped up. This is for you, Toto. It's probably backwards, so I'll read it for you. I want you to create time for yoga and gentle movements. Yoga and gentle movements. Okay, that's for you. Okay, Sally. Yes, you can have a card from Kelly's deck. By the way, one of the parts of the Spirit Baby training that I'll be doing in the summer is getting one of these decks. Yeah, and some crystals and a pendulum and like a journal. It's all still working in my head, but you will get physical gifts as part of that. Okay, this is a beautiful one. Sally, girl, this is so for you. I know you. I see you. I hear you. It is time to release any resistance. Come on. Right? Right? Okay. Let's see. Kay Bruns would love an oracle card. I don't know if you have a specific deck that you would like me to read from. So I'm going to intuit it right now. Let's see. Okay. Feeling a past life card for you. I'm feeling a past life card for you. This is the past life oracle cards with Doreen Virtue and Dr. Brian Weiss. I got to train with Dr. Brian Weiss at the Omega Institute in New York State. What a beautiful human. I just want to like hang out with him. I don't even need to like exchange information with him. I just want to hang out. His vibe is so amazing. All right. Pulling this card for you, Kay Bruns. This is a past life card. Now, this deck happens to come with a book with more interpretation. So I'm going to use my own intuition, but also read from the book if I feel like we need more information. Spirit baby stuff is often connected with past life stuff. In fact, I have talked with Kay Bruins about her past life connection with her spirit baby. This is interesting. Knighthood. Knighthood. So I'm going to feel into this card for you, Kay Bruins. This is also feeling like that very similar kind of warlike vibe or protection vibe from your spirit baby, that same past life that we've talked about before. So I'm wondering about this being related to your little guy who, I mean, his love for you is unfreaking real. Okay, I am going to read from the book for you though too. See if there's anything else that you can get from this. Knighthood. Once a knight, always a knight. You receive this card as validation of your inner knighthood. Whether you're a man or a woman in this life, you have the heart and mind of a knight. Oh my God, you so do. Most likely, you've long had a fascination with tales and images of knights. You may collect knight figurines, decorate with knight-related artwork, and even dress up as a knight during costume parties. Well, shoot, there's something about Disney with knighthood, isn't there? In relationships and careers, you're drawn to defend those who are weak or vulnerable. Hello, connection with your spirit baby here. And for those who you wouldn't know, actually, of course, the story here, but I hope you don't mind, Kay Bruins, when I say that there was a past life connection with your spirit baby around being in a war together and you protecting him and having passed away while protecting him. In relationships and careers, you're drawn to defend those who are weak or vulnerable. You may choose a profession that puts you into a guardian or protector role. Hello. It's essential that you only work for organizations that you fully believe in. As a knight, you're loyal to those who earn your respect. Otherwise, you're not happy. Okay? That is for you. And dude, so you, isn't it? Okay, Francisca would like a reading. So I don't know if you have a preference for a particular oracle. I am going to intuit one for you as well. Let's see which deck for you. Okay, instantly I got the Starseed Oracle for you. Okay, I'm going to tell you, if I have an intuition that the Starseed Oracle deck is for you, it likely means that you are highly intuitive. Okay, so you probably have a sense or a knowing that you are empathic, and you might pick up on other people's emotions. Really, really easy for you then, excuse me, to pick up on spirit baby energy. Oh my goodness, we are about 7 minutes out from the end of this oracle deck, so I hope we can get to all of you guys. I'll work through this as fast as I can. Okay, Francisca, play a card for you. Here you go. Star family. Star family, that's beautiful. And it says, you're part of a team of souls. Call in for support. Okay, very important for you all to recognize that you are not alone on this journey. And you can call from people who are in bodies, like Earthside already, or you can call in your spiritual team. You usually have guides and angels and others on the other side, just hanging out, waiting for you to ask for support. I had a spirit baby session recently where the person had angels just all around her saying, what? Ask us for help. We're right here. Ask us. Team of souls, ask them for support. Okay. J. Merrill, yes, Oracle. So let me intuit for you. Okay. I'm getting the Rebel deck for you. Are you a rebel in your everyday life? Do you like to go against the grain? Are you from New York? This just feels like the New York deck to me. I love it. Okay, there is some language in this deck, so I hope you're not too offended. Okay, here we go. If you listen to my podcast, which we're here celebrating today, by the way, if you've just checked in, Miracles Happen Fertility podcast is celebrating its 100th episode. Freaking A, I can't believe it. It's amazing. 100 episode. I can't believe I can talk so much. But also I've gotten to invite some other beautiful minds onto the podcast. I'm so grateful for that. Okay, the Rebel deck. This is why I love this deck. Okay, this is for you, Jameril. Don't talk to anyone. Don't look at anyone. You need some fucking alone time, and you know why. Straight up. This is the New York deck. Anybody wants the Rebel deck, I'll pull for you. It's amazing. Take some alone time, my dear. Need to find some peace. Okay. Sea Mare 1124, an oracle card. I am feeling immediately the hero's journey for you. This is the hero's journey dream oracle. Thank you for your hearts. Love you guys. Okay. The hero's journey, by the way, is a beautiful story about, I believe it's Joseph Campbell. Yeah, Joseph Campbell. And it's what everybody goes through on the fertility journey. We have things that rock us to our very core. We hit rock bottom. And it's what everybody goes through on this journey. I highly recommend picking up that book or this card deck. Okay. Okay. This is a beautiful card deck, by the way. The artwork is outstanding. Now, the first thing that, P.S., I want to ask you to do when you look at these images, this is a really great exercise in accessing your intuition, okay? So when you look at this image, what stands out to you? What do you pick up on? Feel the emotions you feel the body sensations you have. Pay attention to the thoughts that come up. Pay attention to the images that come into your mind associated with this. Very great practice in accessing your own intuition. This is what it says. Never a crowd on the leading edge. Honor those who honor you. Okay. When I think of this card for you, Sea Mare 1124, I am intuiting that there might be some reticence in you to take ownership for your greatness. So recognizing that you're freaking amazing and owning it with humility, right? Like, you don't get to be a jerk just because you're awesome. But I'm wondering about some reticence in owning your own greatness. And when people honor you, to own that and say thank you. Thank you. So you honor them by honoring yourself. Okay, so I can go so much deeper into that, but we are running out of time. So let me see if I can get to some more here. One surprise after another. I'd like an oracle card reading from any deck you are feeling for me. Okay. Okay, I'm feeling, here's another cool deck. It's either the Starseed deck or this deck. I'm going to go with this deck because I haven't done this one yet. This is the Oracle of E by Pam Grout and Colette Baron Reed. Pam Grout has an excellent book. Oh my God. If you are on the fence about whether or not manifesting is a thing, check out E Squared or E Cubed by Pam Grout. She has very practical, useful experiments in her book to prove that manifesting is real. Outstanding. Outstanding. Highly recommend. Go check it out. Okay, so I'm feeling this for you. This is a deck about manifesting one surprise after another. So, it's manifesting for you. This one fell out. Okay. This card is called Sticky Wicket. Sticky Wicket. Okay, when I intuit this card, I'm thinking and feeling stay the course. Stay the course. So when we, and of course, what does sticky mean in the fertility world, right? Sticky. But when I intuit into this card for you, I'm feeling very strongly stay the course. So what happens a lot on the fertility journey is we get distracted, right? Like, oh, but what about this? And what about that? What about this? And what about this? And what about that? Even like within the spiritual world, people are, I'm getting emails all the time and, should I do this crystal? Should I light this candle? Should I, breathe this herb in? Should I drink this specific tea? I encourage you to get calm, go into your closet, like I mentioned before, take some deep breaths, get into theta brainwave mode, and ask yourself, what do I need right now? What do I need right now? And for you, one surprise after another, it's staying the course. Stay in the course. Minimize distractions. Okay? All right. So, Janet. Yes, Oracle card. Is this the Janet with the Sopis? I think I mentioned you before. Your grandmother is amazing. Okay. So let's see. Sorry, I was reading a question real quick. I already answered it about communicating with spirit baby when you're pregnant, and the answer is yes. All right, what do I read for you? What do I get for you, Janet? I'm feeling spirit baby deck for you. Kelly's spirit baby deck. Here we go. Oh, right away. Okay, this card says, I communicate through spiritual messages such as songs, inner sounds, vibrations, and musical tones. Okay? I can't totally remember everything about your specific spirit baby session like I never do. I don't remember one spirit baby session from the next. But I wonder if that's your message that came up in spirit baby session 2. So you're paying attention to your clairaudience, okay? Okay, let's see. Hi, Audrey, waving at you. No, I'm a little bit late. I'm getting caught up here. Oh, Nanner, spiders symbolize creativity, patience, and resourcefulness. It means to begin a new creative project. Thank you. Appreciate that. Thank you. That makes sense, right? Weaving a web. And I am creating Spirit Baby Foundations training in the summer 2021. So that's a thing. If you're interested in learning more, drmariarothenberger.com/spiritbabytraining. Okay. Hello, I'm Francisca's husband. Oh, hi. Welcome. I'm just catching up with comments here. So I love when spouses come. It's so great. Okay, we're running out of time, and I know there are other folks who want an oracle reading. What I'm going to do is ask Mimi to, if you can email me, babe, and let me know who has won the mini spirit baby session, and we will move forward with that right now because technically we have 20 minutes left of this Instagram live. We might go beyond, but we'll see. If I feel like it's safe and good and it serves the purpose today, I may go beyond the 90 minutes that I planned. We shall see. But so yeah, Mimi, if you can pull a name for the mini spirit baby reading, and while you're doing that, I will pull some more cards while I wait. Okay. So, Audrey, you'd love a card. No problem. Let's pull a card for you. Let me just... Okay, I'm getting instantly Spirit Baby deck for you too. Okay, let's pull a Spirit Baby card for you. Total Being, oh my gosh, this makes so much sense. I'm so glad. Okay, this one popped up for you, Audrey. I use animals to communicate to you. Listen to the living kingdom of animals. So not only are you supposed to potentially, according to Spirit Baby, pay attention to the visuals of animals, but also how they sound. So I'm wondering if you have a strength in sound, if you can pay attention to your clairaudience, animal sounds. Okay, so I got an email from Mimi. Oh, guess what, Audrey? You just won a mini Spirit Baby session live. If you would like, shall we? Shall we do that? I'm going to send you an invite. If you're still here, there you are. To come on live and we can do a little Spirit Baby session for you. We can talk more about this animal thing, I suppose.
Hi there.
Hi.
I'm so happy. Yes, I have 3 animals to listen to in my house. So
Oh, fabulous.
yeah.
There you go. All right. So I don't know if you know what a Spirit Baby session is like, but I already did this little meditative practice, a mini Spirit Baby practice where I get down into this theta brainwave mode. I'm already connected there, but I do want to call in your particular Spirit Babies slash babies.
Okay, good.
I'm getting more than one for you already, so hang on a second.
Yeah, I've been practicing with spirit babies myself, and I do feel 2 around me, but hopefully there's more.
Yes. Okay. Hold on. So, folks, you're getting a visual of what this is like. I do my breath work practice in the beginning, and then I'm seeing about connecting specifically to Audrey's Spirit Babies. I'm already getting more than one here, so hang on a second. Okay. Calling in, I'll use my words now. I'm using my internal visuals here, but I'll use my words so you all can see or understand, have an understanding of what's happening. So I'm connecting to Spirit Baby realm right now, calling Audrey Spirit Babies. And what happens for me is Spirit Babies always come in my left side. That's how I know that that's who I'm talking to. For some reason, that's my way of communicating with them and other entities too. You have another support system over here. Let me see if I can. I feel like this is, so I ask for ancestors, angels, or guides. I'm feeling this is an ancestor for you. This is a male on the other side that has passed on, someone that you may have known in your life or not, but I'm feeling like you may have known him.
Okay.
Okay, so he's kind of guiding this process, and I have 2, speaking of male, I have 2 boys for you. One is actually, it's interesting. So when I feel their energies, I'm feeling a specific gender, but one of them feels quite feminine, like if that makes any sense. So we're masculine and feminine has nothing to do with gender.
Right.
So he feels quite easy and gentle and soft, and
Right.
he feels very feminine. And the other one is a hoot. Okay, so I'm going to tell you what I'm seeing, all right? The, the first one, little guy, a little butterball, like light hair. You have dark hair, but he has very light hair.
Okay.
And he's got a lollipop. Look at this lollipop. Just waiting, he's just hanging out, ready to chat. And the other little guy is presenting as the first guy is presenting about age 4, and the little guy behind him is presenting a little younger. They're very close. They're presenting very close in age, like, folks would say like Irish twins, so like 10, 12 months apart.
Okay.
All right, so let's see. What I'd like to do in these mini Spirit Baby sessions is dive right into any messages they might have for you
Okay.
and any questions that you might have for them.
Yeah.
Okay. So let me just ask them first if they're willing to give some information. Okay. Okay, your first little guy with the lollipop,
Yeah.
he's saying that he has he's so matter of fact. He's like, you've already been talking to me. And he's talking about animals, but not the ones in your house, like
Okay.
outside animals. I'm seeing like, is this a squirrel? Yeah. Yep. Okay, his vibe is kind of like playful and like fast and like he's going places and seeing things and exploring. He's talking about that kind of energy. It doesn't
Okay.
necessarily need to be specifically a squirrel. When I see
Okay.
images, by the way, when I see specific animals or images, it's more the feeling and what they symbolize.
Yeah.
Like somebody talked about the spider thing before, it means creativity and these kinds of things. So what does squirrel mean to you? And you don't have to answer that right now. Just think about that. What does that
Okay.
mean? That's kind of the vibe that baby is talking about. So he's talking about animals outside of the house that
Okay.
belong outside in nature. I feel
That's
like
okay.
he's, is this making sense to you?
It does. I go outside a lot with the animals and they love to chase the squirrels and the birds and the
Okay.
it's really fun.
Yes. I feel like this kiddo is very active, climbing trees. He's like right now showing himself on a tire swing. He's like out in the dirt, rolling around, loves it. Doesn't not like to take baths. No, I don't want to be clean. I want to be dirty. I want to give you blah, blah, blah. The other little guy is more, okay, here's what I'm seeing. I'm seeing like a treehouse with a tire swing hanging underneath it, and your oldest little guy is like swinging in the tire swing, and the little guy is up in the treehouse reading a book. Like
Okay.
he's much more introspective and kind of quiet.
Mhm.
All right, so these are their vibes. So let me ask the second little guy how he communicates with you. Yeah. Okay. He's okay. A couple ways. He is he tends to communicate with, like, his energy is right quite
It's
soft. So
true.
he
Yeah.
communicates with, yeah, softer things like lullaby, soft music. He's talking about music. And then he's quite cuddly. So you might feel physical sensations and that love feeling in your heart, and like
Mhm.
feeling that somebody is near, somebody is right up next to you, close. He's quite like mama's boy. Like I'm
Yeah,
right.
that's true. Sometimes I feel like someone's sitting on top of my chest.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Yep. That's the feeling. That's him, the
Hmm.
little guy. Um, Other one, all over the place.
Yeah.
Here, I'm there, I'm looking at this, I'm looking at that. Yeah, he's having a good time exploring.
Yeah.
So, okay, so if we can now in a full length spirit baby session, we would go way more into like depth around all of this stuff.
Mhm.
But for the sake of time, can I answer your questions for them? Or can they answer your questions? This your oldest
Yeah,
one. Yeah, I've already answered these. But are you willing to answer again?
I'm just wondering where are they because we've had so many losses and I just I'm I don't want to say I'm losing hope because I have all the hope, but I know that I'm supposed to be a mother.
Yep.
I don't know what to do now.
Yes. Okay. Let me ask them that. Okay. It's so interesting, this contrast. The older one is like, I'm here. I told you I'm here. I mean, you know that I'm here. And the youngest one is like, oh mama, oh mama, I want to hug you. Yeah. Um, he's like feeling all the feels.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so let me see. So, okay, this is one caveat that I need to always say in every session is that spirit baby sessions are not meant to be predictive of the future, right? So this is just living in the realm of possibility.
Yeah.
Living in the realm of what is possible. Okay. Okay. Um, okay. The youngest one, he has attempted to come through before. And tell me more, kiddo. Okay, there's a combo of things here that occurred to to stop the process. So one, there was he's referencing like a genetic anomaly. This was something that was not going. The body would have been okay, but it didn't match
Yeah.
his like soul contract, like
Yeah.
kind of the things that he needs to experience on this planet. So that that particular time needed to stop. He has attempted to come through, he's saying 2 times. The other time was, okay, I'm not understanding that. Can you get more specific? He's talking about his birth month was not the right month. But then here's my left brain, which often kicks in and I try to quiet it. My left brain is like, well, then why attempt to be part of that particular conception?
Yeah.
So, okay. Oh, okay. This isn't something that I've come across before. He said that the time, so that baby would have been born too early,
Okay.
and it wouldn't have matched his, again, what the birth month that he needs to be born in for his particular need on this planet.
Okay.
So okay, let me ask them though if they have any information around moving forward. Okay. Okay, they're talking about some some blocks here. Um, have you ever considered connecting with a Reiki person? I'm not a healer myself, but
Yeah, I mean, I'm open to it. I could. Yeah, I can.
okay. There's some energetic stuff happening that I feel like needs to be loosened up. So they're talking about, like, both of them are really clear about you being very hard on yourself. So they're talking about you like like beating yourself up.
Yeah.
Um, and that's creating some pretty significant blocks.
Yeah, that's actually new and fresh. That's about 3 weeks old. I'm trying to move through it as quickly as possible. So
Oh, good. Okay.
I have a friend who's a Reiki healer, so I'll
Oh,
call her
good.
after this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that would be a good idea. There's some, it's creating some, now 3 weeks of beating yourself up compared to a whole, your lifetime is not so bad, but that's what they're referencing right now is
Okay.
just like a real big, like the feeling that I'm getting is like it's like totally being stymied. I'm like in front of a brick wall right here.
That's how I feel, and that's how I felt because it's been years of IVF and
Yeah.
it's just a lot. It feels like there's physical blockages and there's the blockages that I have obviously, and then there's the blockages of like pandemic and then
Yep.
male factor stuff and then it
Yep.
just feels like I feel like I've been tearing down walls for the last 5 years. So
Yes. Oh my gosh. That's so instead of tearing down walls, consider working with your friend who's a Reiki master around walking through them.
okay.
We have this feeling on earth that, especially that if it's solid, we have to tear it down. And I'm of the belief, I suppose, that we can actually walk through them with ease and thank them for their presence because you're learning something from
Okay.
them. Um, and you're also envisioning leaving them behind. Like, bye, bye, Wall. Thank you for everything that you've done for me, Wall. And I'm moving on.
Okay.
So there's a gentleness and an ease to that. That's very much like your second little guy here.
Okay.
Um, they are very present in your life and waiting for the moment to pop in. And I do feel like it's like boom, boom, like boom, boom,
Okay.
one and then the next. Like
Perfect.
they're just waiting. Yeah.
Good.
So
We feel better.
yeah. So I feel like I need to pull another card for you. I'm just feeling like I need to do this. This is from the Starseed deck because I'm feeling like your intuition is really good, and you may be a star seed if you know what a star seed is. It's just a very spiritual person.
Yeah.
Okay, you have a message here. What is it? Oh, okay. I should tell you when I'm pulling from a deck and like 8 cards pull out, that's not the same thing. Okay. All right, look. This card popped out again. So here's what just happened. I'm shuffling the deck. This card pops up. It's the same card that had popped up before for somebody else. I put it back in the deck. And then like 8 cards pulled out or popped out. And I'm like, no, that's not it. While I'm putting the 8 cards back in the deck, the same freaking card pops out.
Okay.
Okay, so this has to be for you. And it's very similar to, or it's the exact same one that
Yeah.
somebody else had. This is the Star family. So call on your other resources here. Your
Okay.
other family, you're not alone in this.
Okay.
Call on your guides, you have an ancestor over there, a male person who's guiding a lot of this. So if you
It's my dad. I know that.
okay,
Yeah.
yeah, connect with him, talk to him. He's like behind this. He's helping. He doesn't seem like someone who does the work for you. Like he expects you to
Yeah.
do your stuff, do your due diligence, but there's no reason you can't ask for some support and assistance. Okay.
All right.
Okay, Audrey. I
Thank
hope it's
you
been
so
helpful
much.
for you. You're most welcome.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being willing.
Absolutely.
Take care.
Bye.
I
How do I get out of this?
Yeah, I don't know how you get out of it.
How do I get out of this? There. Oops, wrong one. That's my messy house. Again, messy house.
Hi, Missy
There we go.
House. Hey, we all have those.
Yeah. Living, breathing, working in a pandemic. Okay. Here, I'll do it this way. There we go.
Okay. Oh, Audrey, you're lovely. You're lovely. Okay, so you got to experience then what the very, very miniature version of a spirit baby session is like. There's a lot of information. It's jam packed. Oh my God. 90 minutes of jam-packed information. Usually, by the way, if I can get to it, I leave it for the end because I can also remotely tune in. Usually for a spirit baby session, I also do an energetic reading. I'm able to pick up on energy centers, so chakras, and so I can talk to you about that. I don't do the actual healing yet. I'm not trained for that, but I have a huge list of resources, and if you happen to know of somebody, I highly encourage that. There's work that you can do on your own too. Okay. I hope that was helpful for you guys. I am going to stay a few extra minutes to finish up any other oracle readings that people have asked for. Let's see. Oh, Audrey, you're getting all the love. You're getting all the love. Waving to Win. Hi, Win. Okay. So, okay. I freaking love these live parties. Sally, you're awesome. Oh, okay. I'm scrolling up here just briefly to see if I missed any um, Oracle card requests. I don't think I missed any up there. Audrey, I just did. Okay. I'm being so, oh, I didn't think I needed a reading, but am being so drawn to ask for one. Done. This is I don't know how to pronounce your name. Sorry, Nalukada. I hope I'm pronouncing it. I didn't screw that up completely. Absolutely. I'll pull a card for you. Okay. I am being drawn to the medicine card deck for you. The medicine card deck is animals, all animal energy. Medicine cards. All these decks, by the way, you can get on Amazon. So fun. So fun. It's a fun way to play with spirit baby energy, by the way. That's one of the things that I want to highlight for you guys today. Again, I mentioned this before. When fear comes in, you honor it. And fear and reticence and questioning, is this real? You honor that, of course. You have a brain. It's doing its job, trying to keep you safe. It's great. It's great. You have a functioning brain. You just tell that fear, hey, hi again. Thanks for trying to keep me safe as usual. I appreciate you doing your job. Can you take a break though? Because I'm going to have some fun. And you just have some fun. You just play. Okay? All right. All right. This is for Nalukada. You have armadillo popping up for you today. Armadillo. I am going to read from the medicine card book that comes along as a companion book. And it's quite a long entry for these particular cards, so I'm probably going to skim a little bit and just give you the basic meaning. Ah, and how funny. I flipped right to 29, and armadillo is 28, so I only had to flip back a couple pages. Okay, the main theme of armadillo is boundaries. Boundaries. Armadillo wears its armor on its back, its medicine a part of its body. Its boundaries of safety are a part of its total being. Armadillo can roll into a ball and never be penetrated by enemies. Okay, there's a lot more about this, and if you want, I can scan these pages and email them to you. Just email me at info@drmariarothenberger.com, and I'm happy to scan these pages and send them to you. I'm just going to use my own intuition here and say more. What happens a lot of the time, and I'm feeling for you that you might also have some empathic abilities or intuition that you may not completely tune into. What happens a lot of times, yeah, tapping into your energy right now. This is something that anybody can do remotely with practice. Your heart chakra is like wide open, wide open. And most people would think that's a beautiful thing, and it is. You have a lot of love in your heart. The problem is when you have a lot of an open energy center like that, people that you don't want their energies in there will come in there, right? So they'll take up your energetic space, and being able to create healthy boundaries with them, like no, get out, creates this energy change in your heart chakra, just energetically speaking, that brings it into like a beautiful, tight, moving little ball. Not little, like a nice sized ball, instead of this wide open, like anybody can come in. You want to create this, like, I am all about love with limits. You cannot take advantage of me. You cannot steal my energy. In the fertility world, this means when you feel obligated to do things that you don't really want to do, like going to parties or weddings or baby showers or all that crap, which fortunately, this is like a weird thing to say, but shoot, COVID-19 has prevented a lot of those things from happening and has saved a lot of our souls a little bit, hasn't it? So, but if you are running into things like that with people, even outside of the fertility realm, like work is coming up, being able to create those clear limits and boundaries with people is really important for you right now. So again, if you want more information on that, and you want the whole page from the book here to give more information about it, I'm happy to email it to you. Just send me an email. Okay, let's see here. If there are any more oracle readings, I will get to them, and then I will say goodbye to you lovely folks for today. Thank you so much for joining and being a part of this celebration. I appreciate you. Let's see. I would like a reading, Courtney. Yes. Before I get to that, be Parakern. You asked if I'm doing sessions. I did one session live today, a mini Spirit Baby session today, and I'm doing Oracle card readings. So, and I'll stay for a few more minutes to see if I can get to some more here. And if you want one, see if I can get to it. You can request a specific deck if you were here earlier and saw some of the decks that I have today, or you can say, whatever your intuition says, and I'll pull a card for you. Okay, for you, Courtney, I'm feeling Spirit Baby deck. Spirit Baby deck. So I'm going to pull one for you here. Waving to Rachel. Hi. Oh, you got 2 cards. Sometimes 2 cards pop out. Okay. Courtney, listen to your spiritual wisdom. Communicate to you with psychic awareness. So this is paying attention to your clairs. We talked about this in the beginning of the session today. If you were to leave a movie theater and someone asks you how the movie was, would you focus on the visuals? Would you focus on the sounds, the score perhaps, the musical score, people's voices, any songs in there? Or would you pay attention to the emotion between the characters? Tap into that. Okay, also, this is a great way to practice spiritual awakening. I communicate with you through journaling. So write and be open to spiritual messages. You heard it here directly from your spirit baby. There you go, Courtney. Okay. Nikki Larson, I'd like an oracle card if possible, you bet. I'm also feeling spirit baby deck for you. Here we go. Katie, I did not do yours, so you're good. If you're still here, I will pull one for you. Okay, Nikki Larson, pulling for you. Let's see. Okay. Almost dropped my tea here. That's no bueno. Oh, okay. I am highly psychic, and so are you. Listen to your inner wisdom for messages. There are a lot of psychic people here today. You're in good company. Okay, let's see. Katie, you bet. Oh, it's Barb. Hi, Barb. Good to see you here. Why did I not know your Instagram handle? Okay, Katie. Katie. Katie, I'm feeling the Starseed Oracle for you. If your internet cut out and you didn't hear, this Starseed Oracle, I usually feel is appropriate for people who are highly intuitive and empathic. I already know that you are. So let's pull that for you. This is a really cool oracle. It's new to me. I haven't worked with it a whole lot, but it's profound. Some very profound messages come from it. Here we go. Okay, empathic starseed. So first, again, look at this image and feel into it and see into it. What does it mean to you? That's most important. And then the bottom says empathic starseed, shocker, energetic sovereignty, absorbing what's not yours. That also might be for the previous one I just did, right? Was that for Barb? Yeah. No, that was for Nick Larson, right? Yeah. Absorbing what's not yours. Clear boundaries, babe. Clear boundaries. Okay. Steph, you bet. I didn't pull one for you yet, right? Right. Okay. Steph. Huh. I'm also feeling starseed for you. Are you all also highly empathic? Psychic? Uh-oh. I'm hearing people coming home. Gotta leave in a few minutes. Okay. Yep. One pops up for you. Oh my gosh, there's a lot about boundaries today. That's my son Owen that just popped in. Here's the image for you, my dear. That looks like something very healing to happen. Weight of the world, this says. Boundaries. Let it go. It's not yours to carry. We all need to set some boundaries, don't we? Holy cow. Holy cow. Lots of boundary setting today, which empaths usually have to do. Okay, I am going to do 2 more, okay? 2 more Oracle cards, and then I'm going to set some boundaries, right? Okay, let's see. B. Parikern. Yes, you can have a card. I'm saying hello to Ariel too. Real quick, Francisca, how was it called? The Star Family deck. I think I need those cards. They're amazing. Starseed. It's called the Starseed deck, and it's really cool. If you know anything about shapes in the world of, here's my nerdy self, sacred geometry. Triangles are really important. Triangles came up in a Spirit Baby session recently too. The Starseed Oracle. It's excellent. Okay. I'm pulling one for B. Parker. This is second to last. There we go. I'm feeling Spirit Baby deck for you. If you see me pausing, that's because I'm feeling into the intuition. This is where I learned from Kelly Meehan to pay attention to my body, because I can feel, oh, and there's Dexter barking. If you follow me on Instagram or anywhere, you'll know of my little miniature dachshund, Dexter. Call him Monkey. But I'm feeling usually in my heart space and my solar plexus, and I'm drawn to, like physically drawn to a particular deck. It's another practice for you guys to pay attention to in your own Spirit Baby journeys. Okay. You are an empath. Freaking a ton of empaths here. Yay. Listen to your energy of sensing and feeling. So this is sensing your body, like temperature changes, chills, things like that. And then feelings like emotion. So like a spreading of love in you. Okay, one more, folks. One more, and then we're saying goodbye. Did I skip anybody here? No. This is so fun. You're so welcome, Kay Bruns. Would love a reading. Okay, we have one more here with Sarve 29. Okay. Total Bean. Congratulations, Dr. Maria. I feel like we are drinking tea together when I listen to the podcast. They are part of my self-care time. You have no idea how much I'm honored to hear things like that. So thank you. And pleased to be there for you. Obviously, that's why I do it. Okay, let me feel into you, Sarve. What are you? I'm feeling immediately the medicine cards. This is animals. Again, these translations in the medicine card deck, the animals, are really long. So if you would like me to send you the pages from the book, let me know. I'm happy to do so. This is our last Oracle reading for today. Guys, thank you so much for being here. Celebrating the Miracles Happen Fertility podcast. Again, if you are interested in future work with me, you can go to my website, hit contact me, drmariarothenberger.com. And the Miracles Happen Fertility podcast, your card is Bear. Bear. And the Spirit Baby Foundations training is happening this summer. drmariarothenberger.com/Spirit Baby training to get more information on that. Okay, Bear, I'm going to look up for you. First thing, of course, I like to ask is, what do you think about Bear? What do you think? Because then you're tapping into your own intuition, right? Okay, Bear, according to the medicine cards book, the main theme is introspection. The strength of bear medicine is the power of introspection. It lies in the West on the great medicine wheel of life. Bear seeks honey, or the sweetness of truth, within the hollow of an old tree. In the winter, when the Ice Queen reigns and the face of death is upon the earth, Bear enters the womb cave to hibernate, to digest the year's experience. It is said that our goals reside in the West also. To accomplish the goals and dreams that we carry, the art of introspection is necessary. Okay, so again, a lot more to that. And if you want the whole thing, I can send it to you. Just info@drmariarothenberger.com. Let me know your card and I will send that to you. What I'm getting from that for you is you've been through a lot. You have been through a lot. And it's time to call in your energy, cocoon yourself, go into your cave and reflect. What just happened? What just happened? Okay. By the way, if some of you see these oracle cards and you're like, that resonates with me too, then it is for you. This is all energy anyway. And Dexter is like, pay attention to me, pay attention to me, if you can hear him barking. Okay, loves, I'm so happy to have connected with you today. Oh, excuse me, losing my voice at the very end here. Thank you for being here. I'm so happy to do these lives with you. And by the way, I forgot to mention again the Patreon thing, patreon.com/miracleshappeninsider. I will be doing these monthly, live, monthly. For everyone who is on the third tier. It probably won't be on Instagram because that's for everybody. It'll be in a private setting, password protected and all that, but I'll be doing those monthly for you. So you can ask more questions, get more oracle readings, mini spirit baby sessions. It's a good time. All right. Take care, guys. Thanks for joining me today. I'll see you around.